So in today's video, we're going to talk about why harmonic minor exists. As a guitar teacher, this is something that I get asked by tons and tons of students. What is the harmonic minor scale? Why does it exist? Should I worry about it? Should I learn it? And the answer is yes. But first we need to take a quick dive back into history, right around the 1600s in the Baroque era, where minor keys had a problem. And this problem was that they didn't have a leading tone, or a major seventh. So that sound, when I play the major scale, is what makes your ear want to hear it finish, basically. So if I go, when I hit that, you want to hear it go up. The other crucial function that this has, and actually before I talk about that, here's the major scale and then the minor scale, so you can hear the difference between major 7 resolving and a flat 7. There just isn't the same pull. So here's just a normal minor scale. And then here's the major scale. That major 7 really adds this kind of pull to it. And the second key thing that it does is it gives us the ability to have a major 5 chord. Because in the scale, the 7th degree of the scale is what would be the 3rd of the 5th. You know, if you go 5, 6, 7, 7 is the 3rd note. If that 7th of the scale is flat, you're going to have a minor 5 chord. And while minor 5 chords work, they are nowhere near as satisfying as a major 5 chord, even in a minor key. So just to prove that to you, here's, we'll go, I guess, D going to G. So this is D major going to that G chord. This is something, 5-1 in the Baroque and classical era is something that, you know, made careers, right? Beethoven made his entire life was basically built around one big. We love 5-1. It's a great sound. Now, in a minor key, the natural 5th, the 5th that would be contained within that scale, would actually be a minor 5 chord. And now D minor can go to G minor. It's just nowhere near as satisfying as if it was D major going to that 5. And that is exactly why harmonic minor exists. Harmonic minor is a minor scale where they raise the 7th. So it's 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, major 7, and then it goes to 1 again. And the big reason that this exists was so that people could write music in minor keys and still have the power of this 5. That 5-1 cadence they really wanted. Melodically, that 7 is a great little draw to kind of suck you in. And then harmonically, which is why, by the way, it's called harmonic minor, is you get to create a major 5 chord rather than a minor 5 chord, because this is a much more satisfying resolution than minor. So that's why harmonic minor exists, in short. Now, in terms of why you should learn this scale, there's a couple things that are really, really exciting about it. One, it is probably the minor scale that is the most, of the 3 big minor scales, and if you aren't familiar with those would be natural minor, which is what you find in the natural, it's the 6th degree of the major scale, the natural minor scale, beautiful scale, but it has that flat 7th, so you just don't get the same pull. Then you would get harmonic minor, and that is the one where it's the same scale, but you raise the 7th. So we get 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, major 7, 1. There's harmonic minor. And then the other scale would be melodic minor, which sounds like this. And the thing that's cool about the harmonic minor scale that I think I particularly love about it is that it's probably the most dramatic of all of the ones that I just played for you. And the reason that it's so dramatic is because when you keep basically the whole architecture of the natural minor scale, but you raise just that 7th degree, you create what is called an augmented second. Now, an augmented second is a little bit of an exercise in music theory jargon, because it's essentially the same interval as a minor third, but because the notes are right next to each other in the scale, so the flat 6 goes to the major 7th, that is the distance of a minor third, but we would call it an augmented second because let's take, for example, let's say C harmonic minor. We would get C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B, C. And that sound between the A flat and the B is a really big kind of interval. It's not common. Most scales move in either major or minor seconds, but having that augmented second, as well as having that big dramatic major 7, just makes the scale a lot more kind of mysterious, exciting, and even a little bit like, dark and evil sounding. And the beauty in this is that you just get the chance to kind of explore this. This is a scale, I think, that more so than any other has like this sense of excitement to it, where as it's going, it feels like you're getting pulled along on this big epic journey. And it's a really, really powerful sound that has been used, again, literally since the mid-1600s in Baroque music, in Romantic music, any music where the 5 was crucial, or where you wanted to write cool melodies in a minor key that have a really strong sense of direction. I'll just prove this actually one more time in a different way. Let me play you a melody in natural minor, so with a flat 7th, and then I'll play you the same melody in harmonic minor. And you can just listen with your ear and tell me which of these sounds stronger. So here's an idea in just, let's say, C natural minor. So if I went... Now here's the same thing in harmonic minor. That buona really, really adds something to this, and it just adds the sense of direction. So again, here's me. I'll just solo a little line in C natural minor, and then I'll do it again in C harmonic minor. Natural minor, here's harmonic. It just has this pull to it that the natural minor doesn't have. So anyways, that's why harmonic minor exists and why I think you should check it out and get used to that sound. It's a very, very, very common sound, again, in music from the 1650s to now. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It truly helps me out more than you could know. If you want to take a guitar lesson with me, there's a link to get in touch with me down in the description. I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. If you're looking to support me in the free educational content that I put out here, you can subscribe to my Patreon, which is also linked down below. All of my patrons get early access to videos as well as cool behind-the-scenes sneak peeks. It's stuff that I don't share anywhere else, so I'd love to see you over there. Another great way to support me and what I'm up to is you can purchase my ebook or my video courses, also linked down in the description or on the wonderful YouTube product shelf there. It's a great way to get some educational content from me that's a lot more in-depth than I can go into in a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. But last but not least, I have new videos coming out every single week, so I hope I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar. Thanks.